Pro Series. Let's hop into it. The draft has already begun, and they were picking mighty quick. Right off the bat,
10
TNC
seconds
taking
remaining.
Bounty Hunter, Snapfire, Disruptor, Mars. For some reason, this is all messed up for me. So let's see if we can return to the game and it's all fixed. Yeah, Bounty Hunter first pick overall.
This is not wildly strange for me because I think in some other regions I was seeing this happen. It fell off for sure. It was more popular when the patch first dropped because a lot of people thought that Bounty Hunter Ags had a lot of potential. But I still see the hero on occasion. And it's also possible that we are seeing a lot of Ricky be picked, and Ricky was not banned first phase here. So it may have also been like a preemptive counter pick, but I'm not totally surprised to see a first phase Bounty Hunter. The only thing that does kind of surprise me is seeing Snapfire picked and Nyx Assassin not banned yet.
Yeah, well, it was that second phase, and this would have been the first ban that they would have for it. And they're opting to take out the Monkey King as well. So they are giving them the Nyx if they want it, but Geek Fam say, no, we want to take this puck. The position 4 puck, presumably, it could be something else, is much more important to us. But now, seeing that Timber Saw taken, so you've got amazing control for the Timber coming from Geek Fam right now, but not that much damage to actually burst through him. It's a little bit tough.
At least the damage that they do have is pretty heavy on magic.
Yeah.
They have Static Storm. They have the burst damage of a God's Rebuke. Even though it's technically physical damage, it's a good way to burst down Timbersaw. And maybe so it's a core puck. I think after seeing the Timbersaw, they would feel very, very encouraged by turning the puck into a mid lane as opposed to a 4-position puck.
Okay.
So give it to Carl, and now you just need to figure out a good safe laner to go up against Timbersaw. TNC banned out the Monkey King. Slark is still a possibility. Ursa is just not that popular these days, but that would be another possibility. Yeah, I don't know. This is a lightning speed draft for sure, though.
Yeah. Well, and I think that, there's a couple of different ways to deal with the Timber Sod, and I think that's why you take the Monkey King out, but I'm really surprised that with Snapfire and Timber, Geek Fam did not decide to go Nyx, because Nyx wrecks both of those heroes. That's pretty intense to me. So I guess that's just something that maybe Geek Fam don't feel super comfortable putting Zephyr on. I feel like I've seen him play it before, and now you've got this Elk. So I agree with you that against the Timber Saw, the puck, nice. It's some good magical damage. It can sort of help deal with him if he stays on equal levels with the Timber Saw. But now with Timber and Alk, all of this damage is super capped off. Maledict in a way is pretty nice, but I'm really worried about damage issues for Geek Fam into these big, tanky, enormous heroes.
Seems like a pretty straightforward Slark game to me.
Okay.
They have minimal control, and whatever control that they do have is pretty telegraphed. You should be able to Dark Pack react to a cookie or take off track or the unstable concoction, and a great way to lane against the Timbersaw. Really, the only thing that I can think of that they didn't pick the Nyx Assassin for is that that makes Disruptor a 5, and then it would be a Disruptor having to support what is probably going to be not a great laner, and so maybe they wanted a really, really strong 5 so that 1 position plus 5 position lane will be able to handle a Timbersaw. But right. I don't know. I'm with you that there's definitely a substantial lack of damage here.
Yeah. And I mean, again, if Timbersaw gets off to if you're able to control him through those early levels and shut down his lane, then it could be really good. But I guess I'm thinking ahead to him being already in a decent position. Maybe that's the idea from Geek Fam, is don't let him get to that position, because it's a losing proposition at that point. Ricky is going to be banned out now. Should also mention real quickly the standings for each of these teams. Geek Fam would really love to be able to get a win here. They've lost 2 matches so far against Adroit and Fnatic, which you're perfectly fine with losing those matches. Probably the 2 best teams in the tournament right now. Against TNC, who are 1-1, you don't want to be dropping. You don't want to be dropping maps. You don't want to be dropping picks. And they're going to pick up a Legion Commander now, so some hard disable and dispel to help keep these other cores alive. But that does mean it's a mid Timber or a mid or a safe lane Timber, one of those two.
10 seconds remaining. 5
They can do
seconds
safe lane
remaining.
Timber against Mars.
Yeah, I mean, really, either of the matchups are fine against a puck.
Mhm.
And they're not great. They'll both like technically lose mid, but I think that Timbersaw will probably do better against a Mars in the offlane than an Alchemist would. So, still kind of leaning towards a mid Alch. And Slark was the last ban, so Geek Fam are forced to pick up a Morphling instead,
Okay.
which does solve the damage issue, but the lane is not going to be that strong against a Timbersaw or, well, okay, yeah, let's see how they distribute these three
Yeah.
heroes. So KP is going to be the Legion Commander, Gabby on the Timbersaw, and Armel on the Alchemist. So yeah, it will be a mid Alchemist and off lane Legion Commander, safe lane Timbersaw.
Yeah, I mean, hypothetically, they could still swap it up a little bit if they wanted to, but that's what looking like it's going to be, because both of these players can swap lanes if they want a better one. But you would, I don't know. I think that Gabby is more comfortable in Timbersaw as a whole. Interesting. Yeah, I like the Morphling pick. That was actually the one that I was gonna suggest if not Slark. And since you said they had banned it out, that feels like it's a better answer. The March Bounty Hunter is gonna be an interesting thing to watch as well. We'll also have to keep an eye on his connection to see if he can stay in the game, since that was an issue
True.
for him the other day.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool stuff. Let me take a quick little look see at the odds here to see if they've updated at all. If there's a side that the loot.bet is more favoring here. Where are
I'm
we
still
at?
not
That's about the same.
thrilled with Geek Fam's draft. I feel like they had better options for like so the first phase goes the way that it goes, just because I mean Bounty Hunter Snapfire is a very strange opening.
Right.
So I have no issue with the Disruptor Mars. And then after that, they pick up the puck. I don't really know if we've seen Geek Fam. Have Geek Fam played that much four position puck? Or
They've mainly just been playing four position Tusk, right?
yeah, exactly. Like that's just been Zephyr's go-to, and so I feel like whenever they picked the puck, they were primarily planning on sending in mid, and so
Cuckoo does
they
play
were
it
kind of.
too.
That's true. So
Yeah.
it could have been an offline,
Prepare
yeah.
for
So it could have been a
battle.
3 position or a 2 position, but still, it was going to be a core, and so they picked that core, and Timbersaw got picked afterwards. I don't know. Overall, I feel like TNC have a better draft, but I can see a win condition for Geek Fam, even though I'm not a fan of using that expression.
Yeah. It's well, I mean it's a good expression, except it was overused. I feel like it's going through the phases, the up and down.
Yeah, but
It's
it seems like a cop out phrase. Like whenever someone says win condition, shouldn't the caster be telling me what the win condition is specifically, rather than just saying win
yes.
condition?
I
You should
agree.
be giving the context of it.
You have to identify what that condition is.
Yeah,
Otherwise, yeah, you're like they need to find a like yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah, but I think it does describe some of the things, right? Like, so for instance, this game it would be get Raven huge. That would be the
correct.
win condition to the point where
Yeah.
he can one shot one of these heroes really easily at the start of the fight. But we'll see. It's going to be a an interesting match. We're already starting out with the pause. Poor old Zephyr. He's back there trying to get the internet working.
Dude, he rage quit because he's not playing Tusk this game.
He's like, I told
He's
you
like,
guys.
screw this. Are you kidding me? I have to play a different hero?
Yeah, that's annoying.
He does have the Dota Plus silver on Disruptor though, so at
Yeah.
least it is somewhat in his wheelhouse.
This. You know how there's like an inflection point for like heroes that when you get into showcase mode, you like turn around and it focuses in on that point and you like
Mm-hmm.
zoom in on it. This is
Mm-hmm.
either like the forehead of the beast that he's riding or just Disruptor's crotch. One of the two. In either case, it's not great. But
He, he's gripping it, that's for sure.
oh god. Well, we already got the one person back into it, so Mr. Zephyr, he's gonna be in here again, and we're ready to get started. Easy peasy. So yeah, Gabby heading down bottom. And it looks like Raven is trying to figure out where he wants to go. So they're probably looking to dodge one of these lanes, would be my guess. I would imagine dodging the cuckoo away from the timber would be my thing that I would be looking for.
I think they more just want to get a really good matchup versus the Alchemist. I don't really think that Geek Fam need to be concerned about the strength of any of the TNC lanes. I think that they have the potential to make the lanes uncomfortable for TNC, and so it's possible that a Morphling mid would be stronger against Alchemist rather than a Puck mid. Both of them would win mid, but Morphling may be able to abuse an Alchemist a bit more just because, you know, Morphling has 6 armor straight out the base. Alchemist, he's gonna have only 3. He's standing next to his tower right now, but I think that that's what they're going for, is just to slap the Alch around a little bit more.
Okay. They're giving a little bit of love back and forth here. Carl already used his orb, and March is going to chase him a bit further. Taking the Shadow Walk level 1. That's really interesting. We haven't seen a ton of that. It tends to just be like taking the early points in Janata. But man, he bullied Carl back real hard there. And he's going to be able to go in for another round. Carl has kind of got to be careful here. Is he going to jaunt? He does jaunt. Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised to see Shadow Walk. Janata is just so good at level 1 at trading, whereas if you're not going to be like roaming around from lane to lane or doing some sneaky stuff, then because he went Orb of Venom also, he didn't even go for like boots.
Right.
But he is doing a great job at bullying, even without Janata, and boy are they going aggressive early on.
Damn. They're getting up in the face there. Tim's playing the Snapfire down bottom. Gabby is all alone. It does look like he was actually not able to get any CS off that first wave. Cuckoo just getting some nice little denies out there early on.
March gonna get this courier on the way back. Aw, what a shame. You should see that one coming if you're playing against a bounty hunter.
That's why you get Shadow Walk.
That's where you get the Shadow Walk.
Fortunately, courier kills are like not valuable at all now. Oh, he's gonna go bottom.
Yeah, he gets mangoed up. I mean, Gabby desperately needs help down here. He's getting heavily zoned out by Zephyr, who takes this Thunderstrike at level 1.
Yeah, Zephyr's got to know that this is coming, though, surely. He is going to run into March here. They're going to Timber Chain. Ooh. Timber Chain and Reactive. Oh, God. I don't know about this. This is looking kind of rough for Gabby here. He's going to have to go 1-1-1, I think, though, right? Like, because it's so valuable against Cuckoo, being able to trade hits with that. As we just missed First Blood, Carl goes down up top.
First Blood? I think I'll go back for more.
Don't know how that happened. He had Illusory Orb, but, you know, he goes down. Did he get cookied? Oh, he got cookied. Okay. Fair enough.
Eat a cookie.
Yeah, I'm anticipating Gabby's going to have to go for some source of damage, because if Bounty Hunter came down here, then, I mean, Bounty Hunter's not a lane support. He wants to kill people. He wants to scare off the enemy very effectively. And so I'm anticipating that Gabby is going to have to take his 3rd point in the Whirling Death, but he's not having a great lane right now. I don't really know if it was worth March's time to spend the first minute in the top lane. He did get the courier kill, and he did successfully block the camp, and as a result, his teammates were able to get First Blood, but it comes at the cost of this Timbersaw's early experience.
Right. Yeah, it's a little bit annoying.
Oh, so that was a 6 spear.
Well done. Catches Gabby, pushes him to the tower there. He does have level 3 now. Takes the 2nd point in the armor, actually. So he's just trying to be able to survive in this lane. Doesn't want to get too aggro yet. I mean, it is a lot of damage that comes out from Zephyr just from the Thunderstrike. It's real annoying to play against, so having that extra regen is pretty valuable.
Yeah, but now Bounty Hunter needs to be careful.
Uh-oh. Speaking of which, yeah. March?
No detection.
Okay. So looks like he's going to be safe there, as they aren't able to get the kill, and he has coming out to him right now just a mango. Is there any extra regen that he's got? So there's no regen in this lane. I don't know what March does now. Like, I guess just take over the outpost and, like, walk away? Get some pulls off, I guess?
Try to snipe couriers. Yeah, again, like, he's not a great lane support. Bounty Hunter's bread and butter is typically trading 1-to-1. He's not... He manages to hit level 2, but he hasn't stolen like any gold yet from the Disruptor, which isn't that significant. It's more just the damage that's the bigger deal.
Right. And he's moving over right now to try and get some there from Zephyr, but 2-minute mark, or 4-minute mark rather, does give us an Arcane Rune up top. Tim's going to secure that one for Armel. I mean, the thing about it for this draft for TNC is that it's like unbelievably greedy, right? Like if you do manage to get away with this and you get into the mid game with taking fights on tracks and all that stuff, like you're going to be really happy on TNC. But that's the sort of condition, is you need to be able to find and win some fights for it to work. Bottom lane, going again. Gabby contesting this pull. Cuckoo's here as well, continuing to trade hits as Timber Chain jumps through, takes out a couple of those smaller creeps, misses on the spear. So back to just trying to farm this out. Much needed.
Well, bounty hunters starting to hunt some bounties. 5-minute mark. Maybe this is why. I mean, if you're gonna pick an alchemist, then it's very convenient to have a hero that can just scoop up these bounty runes. Zephyr wisely doesn't even bother checking his own one. If he hasn't seen bounty hunter for a while, I think he can be pretty positive that he's starting to roam around in your jungle. Still doesn't have any boots though, and the other thing that kind of sucks is that you have a 5 position who is like not stacking at all for alchemist. There are no stacks whatsoever.
Yeah, it's really annoying. Mark, this is the like destroy courier thing. He's gonna try and catch this one on the backside, which he should be able to get without too much trouble here. As long as he times it right.
Should work.
So courier goes down, 65 gold. Nice. Back towards bottom. We get the kill on the Cuckoo, but also okay.
How did he solo kill on Mars?
I mean, you know, Timber's pretty good. Whirling Death's pretty amazing.
What? I mean, it was 1 point in Whirling Death and 1 point in Timber Chain. That's at most.
I mean,
unless if you like
Cuckoo things.
planted like 5 trees or something and got like a bunch of bonus damage from Whirling Death. Oh, Zephyr dies also.
Oh my goodness.
Or no, his courier dies.
Yeah,
My bad.
They got him. This is March's happy zone now. He's just going to be walking back and forth through here.
Great. I mean, hopefully he can find experience also.
Well, he's getting these couriers, you know. It's happening. Look at this one. Oh, he knows. It's coming on out. It's got a crown. Oh, wait, they got another courier.
Zephyr snipes out the Timber Saws, so it's going both ways.
Oh,
the other thing is they've committed 2 observer wards for this.
Yes. But look, he's going to get it.
This observer... yeah.
Dude, this is the most kills March has ever gotten in Dota. Look at this man. He's wild.
He's on a spree.
Yeah, he has absolutely no experience. Tim's taking over mid for a second. March is ready to go again. Okay. They've gonna TP in, so March shows up. Can't do anything, but he gets some XP to himself now. Don't worry, guys. I got this. Oh, God.
Oh, man. Now Witch Doctor comes over here.
Yeah, that's too bad. It's okay, March. We all had hard games.
Oh,
maybe. Armel, though.
Oh, yeah. Now this...
Can't quite get there. That would have been a nice pickup for him, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. In the meantime, Armel, back from farming up the jungle a little bit, just able to clean up those creeps.
Yeah, because they know that this bounty hunter isn't creating stacks, they also don't need to be too... like passionate about blocking out alchemists camps or like figuring out where he's farming in the jungle. So both those supports just roam mid. They haven't even set up any like sentry wards to block camps in the jungles. They're kind of free to do whatever they want. Witch Doctor's level 4. The Disruptor's level 4. Meanwhile, March just now hit level 3.
Dude, with all these bounty or courier kills, Armel now picked up a trusty shovel rather. They are, they're getting the items they need. Another courier goes down. They make it happen.
Bold tread. Hell
Down
yeah.
bottom.
Okay.
Gabby trying to live. Okay. Has a Timber Chain away. Okay, he missed the Timber Chain. That's fine. Cookie. It was all a bait, a ploy, an elaborate plan. Jumps away. Not going to happen. Dude, but don't worry. March is here.
March is here.
This is one of the most ridiculous games. Like, March normally is like, you know, there making sure everybody's having a good time. He's like, today I'm just gonna go hit couriers.
I'm gonna have a good time today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, managing to successfully snipe out Morphling's power treads, definitely worthwhile. He immediately pinged the cliff because Raven had specifically sent it on a very weird path
Yeah.
to hopefully dodge the bounty hunter, but it did not work.
Oh my
and now
God.
all this couriers, I'm seeing all these couriers move very, very peculiar directions.
Oh, March, he's going for it. He's going for. Oh, he's too late.
Oh, he's still going to get it.
Yeah.
Oh, the tower. It doesn't matter.
Has been killed.
Wish to retract your last
Dude,
move.
what a freaking troll. This is my
I
new
wonder.
favorite thing.
I mean, the net worth, it's kind of difficult to say because there is an alchemist on the Radiant side, but
Right.
3K at 9.5 minutes, nothing to sniff at.
Is he going to get this one too? No, Cuckoo's like taking a long walk back. Dude, they have to know that these are warded. These are like the easiest courier snipe wards ever.
Yeah. But at the same time, I think that they just don't even care at this point.
Yeah.
Because they were probably put up in like the first, I don't know, 3 minutes, as now they get a Maledict onto Gabby.
Oh,
And the
let's
glimpse.
pull it back in, and the spear afterwards. Well, they are actually not going to be able to find the full kill, at least at the start here.
One
Turn it
more
onto
Maledict
Whitemon, trying to see if they can get the kill. The Snapfire ulti goes down. Managed to blow up one. Now Cuckoo has to just run away from there as he is rebuffed. Okay.
And another 3 bounty runes go the way of Radiant. So, yet again, Alchemist is pretty thrilled about this. Has his relic somewhere, I imagine, coming in on the courier? Yeah. Relic coming in on the courier. So, easily on track for like a 11.5 minute Radiance, which is pretty excellent.
Now, the one downside to this is that March is only level 3, and it's 10 minutes in.
True.
But that's okay. You know, he'll catch back up. God, everybody's so much higher level than him.
Yeah, but I am actually not that scared for it because the hardest part is that the laning phase and you basically being one hero down the entire laning phase. Once Bounty Hunter starts participating in some kills, which his team can definitely get kills, as we saw there, the Snapfire ulti just casually picking up a Witch Doctor. The Legion Commander is probably going to start dueling soon. She's actually going for a very tanky build with the Hood first into what's looking like finishing off the full pipe. Actually, she's gonna... Oh,
Gabby. He knew. Oh, no, Raven. He missed his chain. They try and pull back in Gabby. Gonna be able to find that. Well, skewer back onto the high ground, and Gabby's just dead now. And he has been just tanking through these ganks, like, over and over again.
Yeah, he's also been whiffing a lot of, like, him and now Raven have been whiffing a lot of chains, but he was dead regardless, so he goes down.
Look at these couriers, just like
I know.
hanging along the top there. March is pissed. Can't believe it.
People are not used to playing against Bounty Hunter, otherwise that's the way it generally goes. And I'm
Oh,
sure
well,
if they...
he shows up with the Radiance, gonna punch down Zephyr, finds one kill. Can they get some more? Got Snapfire ulti over onto Whitemon. Another good spear stops the chase, at least onto him, but Armel does not look like he will be denied as he beats down Whitemon, able to find that kill. Showing up with the Radiance. Armel doing it.
Meanwhile, there was a Dream Coil up top and narrow dodge on that Chakram.
To be careful.
Still has to kind of run. He's out of mana.
Yeah, Carl's dead. Nicely played by Gabby there. Able to pick up the kill. And he's talking a little bit of mess afterwards. You love to see
And
it.
he's kind of wrapping on mid. Raven can't even pick up this Invis rune. So things going well for TNC. Freaking 8k up. Even with an Alchemist and a Bounty Hunter on your team, that's still quite substantial at 13 minutes into the game. And they've donated a lane to March. So Dream Coil was used on March. I imagine that the puck was trying to get a solo kill, but the Timbersaw came to protect. And now March is going to hit level 6. I don't know. I'm assuming he probably took the tome.
Gabby.
But even then,
Oh, nicely played. That's an Invis rune right there. Did it to him. That was sick. I was just waiting. I was like, I know what he's doing. He's just waiting for him to walk over into these trees. Get that bonus damage.
Gabby's doing excellent this game. Solo killing the Mars, solo killing the Morphling, and now solo pushing mid. Meanwhile, bot, the Snapfire. Oh, Cuckoo whiffs the spear, but it doesn't matter. Or does it?
Yeah, it doesn't matter for him dying, but Cuckoo, in the meantime, going to get chased down, possibly. March shows up. Chases.
3 points in Shuriken.
Gonna go for it. Back towards mid. Armel is there again. Yeah, it's weird because Gabby has died a couple of times on Timbersaw, which is normally bad, but it's been because they rotate like 4 heroes to his lane, and that gives the
Yeah.
space for Armel.
Armel and KP. He's finished the pipe. He's locking his hood right now, so he can get the double spell shield on the first combination. But I am a little bit surprised that despite having a bounty hunter on his team, he didn't go for like the armlet or the blade mail or the blink dagger. Instead, he goes for a purely defensive item, even though his team like is pretty tanky. Like Armel went for double bracer on the alchemist, so he's good. Gabby's a Timbersaw who also has a hood of his own, so he's good.
Yeah.
It's a very defensive oriented build from KP, but I guess they have confidence that their alchemist should be able to outcarry a morphling.
They believe. KP's a team player, you know? He wants to make sure that
He is,
everything
he
falls
is.
fine. Doesn't do anything for himself. Selfless guy. What a player.
Yeah, someone has to, if March is going to be having all this fun with his bounty hunter.
You're not wrong. He is
His
moving
shovels on cooldown, March. You
Yeah.
could be getting even more bounties to hunt.
What a player. Come on, my man. Get it together. Oh, Pupil's Gift picked up now? Okay. Yeah, he's just gonna summon one of these guys. Underneath the ward, which is gonna expire right now. Carl TPing up top to push out the wave. I mean, it's still just this huge problem of like, even if they have enough damage to deal with Gabby, then afterwards there's like nothing left in the tank to kill off Armel. Like, I just think they didn't draft enough damage, and they need
Or the
this
other way
morphling to be
around.
huge.
Even if they pour it all into Armel, then they're not going to be able to finish off Gabby. Nice
Lightmon
cookie.
does manage to get the stun off, but it is not going to matter. Raven found. Do they break it? No. TP finishes. So they get out with 1.
Give me my fight recap. Let's see how much money. That was like a 500 net worth off of one Witch Doctor kill.
When they're ahead.
When they're ahead, yeah.
It's pretty insane. Now BKB now going to go back for the Blink Dagger afterwards. I don't think that they're even thinking about like the out carrying factor. I think they're just thinking we are going to end the game by like 25 minutes or something. That's what this out build tells me. You know, just BKB Blink. Oh, never mind. He's going Heart now. He doesn't know what he wants to do.
I don't think it's so much on his build. I think it's going to be on the Legion Commander and the Timbersaw's build. God, Timbersaw's also getting a pipe?
Yeah.
Word?
They're doing it, man.
I'm intrigued.
I mean, think about it. Like, all of their damage is magical.
Yeah. And especially since Morphling is going to be completing the full shotgun E-Blade. But still, like, you're really all in at this point, because if you don't manage to end the game quickly as they try to track down Cuckoo,
got him.
They will find him.
Tons of damage out there. Duel going to be 1.
And a track as well.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I get what you're saying. It is a little bit scary if things sort of fall apart a little bit, and that's always a bit of a worry. But I think TNC are just feeling confident that that's not going to happen.
See, Raven can't really do anything about it.
Just force the TP away. March looking, not going to find him. And
Alright, well, E-Blade is online now for Raven. The thing is that you're fighting into 1.5 pipes. Let's see, how far away is Gabby from his pipe? Oh, okay, he's still got some time, but KP's just waiting for the first team fight to unleash the pipe. But they smoke up, and they're looking for this Timbersaw. But he's got a Yule's completed.
just finished it. Chase, E-Blade, Yule Scepter, lift up, not going to connect. Now in some trouble. Raven, he's got to walk out of here. No, the rest of them are all together as well. So track there onto 2. Chase down coming from KP. Misses on the spear. Snapfire ultimate going to start to connect as well. Timber Chain. Ooh, they tear it down.
I think the Snapfire ult, he accidentally teared it down, and he gets the kill on Zephyr. They're still tracking him down.
Looking for more. Stun's going to go out there onto Cuckoo. Another missed steer. And Cuckoo has missed a couple of them. It's been a tough game for this Mars. So double kill comes out, double track kills, forcing them out of the lane, and Carl is just going to do what he can to cut the creep wave if possible.
Oh yeah, there's a puck in this game. Kind of forgot about that. BOT rush puck. Wow, okay. I wonder why.
I guess he just feels like he needs to make space, so like cut waves or whatever, but yeah, I know, it's a little weird.
Who's dealing damage then?
I mean, it's the problem with the draft. I don't know. Game is hard. Game is real hard.
Oh man, now they have a DD rune. This is gonna be easy Roche. They don't even need a medallion or anything.
Move on in, drop in the Nether Shawl. That's probably going to be passed over to the Timbersaw if I had to guess. Maybe the Snapfire. Could be cool on Snapfire too. Or just going to be March for some reason. Okay. I guess it's all magical damage, whatever.
True. I mean, if Armel completes his first Aghanim Scepter and gives it to the Bounty Hunter, Nether Shawl with the Shuriken, hell yeah, let's go.
It's interesting. Like, I think that this situation that we have now where you have less bans in the later stages is really going to start to kind of expose some drafting. Like, you can't come in and just like solve some of your drafting problems through banning out heroes that would be hard to deal with. It's like you kind of have to build a well-rounded draft from the beginning, and it feels like the Geek fam have kind of fallen into this problem now where they just didn't have like anything but magical damage really. I mean, Morphling can do stuff later, but he definitely doesn't have it now.
They could have solved a lot of this in the second phase, though. Like no one was forcing them into such a late recovery by being like. So they second phased the Puck, and the Witch Doctor, which is not a great second phase after what TNC already had out in the field. So they may have just been too tunnel vision. Oh, he gets a Yule's onto Carl. Yeah, it was Snapfire Bounty, and then alternated into Timbersaw. Once the Timbersaw comes out, then you need to really start thinking hard about, like, well, what's the cheese potential here? Because one of these lanes are going to be requiring a lot of our focus, because we have to put so much energy into shutting down this Timbersaw.
Yeah. I don't remember if the Timbersaw was before or after the Puck, but whenever that came out, that was the pick that really changed the draft, and then the Alk was like what it put the finishing touches on it. Granted, you do have Geek fam that are going to push down bottom here and try and force some people back, as they are going to TP a couple. Gabby shows up. He's going to clear through this creep wave, not put himself in too much danger, and the rest of Geek fam going to run away. Although, are they going to be able to get out? Dual Scepter lift up. Chase coming from KP. He's got his man in the sights. Going to be able to find him. Going to be able to kill him. Getting a little bit of dual victory, because why not?
And the rest of his team is camping in this jungle, because once you confirm that the Disruptor had no backup whatsoever, then it's likely that the Morphling may be alternating into his jungle, but instead he goes to the southern jungle. Armel is gigantic right now.
He's a monster.
21,000 net worth, full hard completed, as well as the BKB.
It's got 1,000 GPM before they start taking tier 3 towers. Like, what? Excuse me, sir? How are you this big?
I mean, to be fair, getting Trusty Shovel is like arguably one of the best things that you can get as an Alchemist team. It's like as good as Ironwood Tree with a Treant Protector on your team in terms of tier 1 items.
Yeah. No, and the other thing is that like all those courier kills early on, accelerating this farm. It's not like a ton of gold, but it's a decent amount. And now going to try and push for possibly high ground. We'll see. I mean, they've got this one creep wave back towards bottom. Cuckoo is going to try and cut the wave, but I don't think the TNC are going to stop here.
No, they got Aegis. They have the luxury. Oh, or they can just straight initiate.
God. Yeah, no Disruptor. He has buyback. Gonna be forced to use it right now as they land the Snapfire Gobs onto Carl, who's looking for a coil here, seeing what he can do, but is gonna be forced to orb back behind the enemy lines, and they do manage to kill off the creep wave. So TNC gonna be forced back after they take down the tower.
Kind of surprised that the Disruptor bought back if they weren't going to fight, because it seems like the rest of his team is everywhere but the tier 3 defense.
Yeah.
Carl is still pushing out bot, the Morphling was pushing out mid. And they're chasing him down, but I don't think it's likely that they can catch him.
I mean, they do have
Yules
soon.
Ooh.
They're just making him uncomfortable this entire time, but they are going to have a blink available in a second. Jump forward onto poor old Raven. And guess what? They are going to duel him and kill him.
Wow.
My goodness. Wow. Yeah, it's looking real bad for Geek fam. My goodness. Woo.
That was
Damn.
All the creep cutting in the world won't save you now.
You're not wrong. TeamSpeak, Discord over TeamSpeak. Jesus. Freaking March.
March is having a ball this game.
I know. Dude, this guy gets out here, gets a little net worth for himself, and suddenly he feels like he's the coolest guy on the stream. The hell?
Starts all chatting trash talk. Wow. How the
Unbelievable.
mighty fall.
I know the feeling though. There's sometimes where you're feeling good in the match. You're making jokes, and I'm sure for the enemy team that's like the most infuriating thing ever. You're just back there like just gritting your teeth and just like it's so mad. But yeah, regardless, going up to high ground. Oh, March, you're gonna pay for this insolence. Oh wait, maybe not. Oh god, run away. Trying to escape. Static Storm down. Gabby shows up. March turning, trying to beat down Zephyr. Coil gonna be used. Yule Scepter lift up. They're not going anywhere. Might be able to get out with Zephyr possibly, but looks like Whitemon is going to be going down. Timber Chain interrupted. He's got a shuriken if he wants to throw it. Saving that one so Whitemon can't TP out. And meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Zephyr gets pulled back into a hug by virtue of KP as both the supports die. And, well, looking like they're going to try and find Cuckoo. Oh, good jump away. The Aegis expires.
Man, he's holding on to the Nether Shell. But, I mean, I guess it is spell damage.
Yeah.
So your Unstable Concoction probably hits super hard.
That's a lot of damage.
But not what I was expecting. I mean, he only has 5 armor. That's not very encouraging for a hero that has 24,000 net worth. It's so strange.
No physical damage, though. They do nothing.
Yeah. I mean, eventually Morphling is going to come online as a right-clicker. Right now, he is still very, very dependent on the shotgun.
Oh my god. KP, he just outplayed him so hard. He went and stole the bounty run. Oh my god.
All 4 for Radiant.
Try harder. Oh, it's the perfect all chat. Oh, it's so good.
The rich get richer.
Jeez. Well, 26.
They're still dancing with each other.
Yeah. Yule Scepter lift up. Carl gonna get the jump away, looking for a Curry kill. Maybe can't get it. Man, what a game so far.
Oh, did they get the Yules?
Away.
No.
Can't quite get there. But they're gonna try and push now with this next wave. It looks like. Bottom lane, Carl is here to cut the wave yet again. KP finds him. Good jump away. All right. Man's got quick fingers.
Track's about to time out, so he should be free soon.
Pinging the courier. I'll make sure it doesn't get sniped there. Armel going to try and get away. Throws out that jaunt. Top lane. Geek fam are doing what they need to do. They're cutting these waves constantly, making it impossible to try and stop. So
I'm surprised that TNC are just like not dedicating to one lane though. They're kind of playing into Geek fam's hand by chasing them all around the map. Carl, even if Carl dies at this point, he has done more than enough to buy time for Raven's Morphling.
Right.
But instead, TNC are just kind of like, oh my god, there's a hero there. Now KP is down here tanking a Static Storm.
I can't quite find that disruptor yet. Oh, that's going to be a blank out. Oh, Coil off the mark. Going on to... Oh, no. That's not good. Raven needs to run away. Stun is going to land. KP chasing. He's got the duel. And they will find that kill onto Morph. So again, like, I mean, you look at it.
They don't have a creep wave.
They're doing a really good job of like making sure that you never have a creep wave on TNC, but it is so hard to play. Like, eventually you need to be able to win a fight. I think that's how Dota works.
I believe so. Yeah.
Like Zephyr's
They
gonna be
have
down
no
there.
creep waves. They can't push, despite Morphling being dead for 30 seconds. You'd think that a team with 2 pipes, well, they actually didn't end up finishing off the second pipe as Zephyr finally does pay for his sins, but a team with a pipe should be able to keep at least 1 wave alive for a while. But they're not like babysitting the waves. They killed off the Disruptor bot, and now they're just letting that wave walk up. Now they're trying to track down Whitemon. They're going to get that kill. But Geek Fam are kind of okay with this.
No, I mean,
It's possible that they were just waiting for the next Roche, and they were like, well, whatever. If you're going to throw away bodies, then we're just going to wait until H's and Cheese is available.
Yeah, I think that could be part of it. And, like, they're still gaining net worth lead as this is happening. But I would imagine that we're going to see probably a more concerted effort here. I mean, the other thing is that it can be, like, there's times where Puck can just kill a wave even if you're babysitting it, you know? Like we're about to see right here to some extent, right? Jumps in, silence, gets out. So it's annoying as hell, but that one at least broke through the bracket door, so they're going to be forced to use the glyph.
Yeah, not even bothering to wait for the Aegis, which will come back in 1 minute.
Yeah.
Next creep wave is arriving slowly.
Good Carl.
And now they're... Oh, what? Yeah, okay, good.
Yeah. So they punished
Killed
that
him
one.
quick.
He still did
Yeah.
manage to get the wave. And then you look at these other waves, and like bottom Raven is pushing this one out. Geek Fam are going to try and probably kill this wave as well, I would imagine. But they're going to have the backdoor protection disabled towards mid, and then they can move up towards top afterwards. So they take it down. Gabby's like, let's just go tier 4s. And I'm like, we'll still take it safe. Yeah, what an anticlimactic
Raven's
end.
pushing bot, so again, like it's not free.
Well, it's a little free.
It's a little free. And he's gonna cancel Raven's TP,
Yeah.
so Raven can't even come back to the fight now.
Zephyr's here too. They're just fighting over this
I
side
mean,
while the bases
Gabby's
go down.
okay with all of this.
Yeah.
1v2 me, bro.
Whatever you want to do. Bloodstone heal, keeping them up. They throw out some extra stuns trying to stop the push, but they have the wave, they have the catch, and he killed them. Okay.
Disruptor 1v2.
GG. Yeah,
Zephyr GG's.
they've had enough. Wow, what a stomping. Over 1,000 GPM by the Alk. TNC just completely destroyed Fam. In one of the most anticlimactic endings I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Didn't even have a fight.
Nope.
Well, you know, these things sometimes happen.
I suppose so. A strong stat line from March 0010. So not nearly as greedy as we claimed him to be. And only 156 gold still. How much damage did he deal? He dealt 4.6k damage. He dealt less damage than every single hero on the enemy team.
Yeah. I mean, it just was not a very like fighting game. Like there's games where I've seen heroes that have more damage dealt than all 10 heroes in this one combined. Like by a lot. Like this is right around 60,000 damage probably, somewhere in that neighborhood. Like a Zeus gets more than that in like a 40-minute game. Like it was just like out farm, out push, and
outdraft.
Yeah, clear enough. Neil, anything you'd want to see going into game number 2?
I think Geek Fam like had their own plan, and they weren't really paying too much attention to what the enemy team were drafting, because this is a very punishable draft from TNC, and Geek Fam I think were a little bit too tunnel vision-y on whatever their strategy was, which I don't really know what it was. I can see some, like they have extremely good team fight between like Arena, Dreamcoil, Cask, Static Storm, Kinetic. Like their team fight is astonishingly strong. Right. But I don't think there was a single opportunity where all 5 Geek Fam heroes are alive and in the same location.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we will be back in just a little bit with game number 2. TNC Predator versus Geek Fam. We'll see if Geek Fam have something up their sleeve, or just a change in mentality or strategy or what have you. Because this was not the match I was expecting. I've been moved into the lobby. We'll see you guys in a bit for game 2.